Und damit willkommen in der Abendrunde, Gamer, Freunde und Ladies. Wir machen weiter mit Nightmare Frames und wir sind das letzte Mal hier gelandet an der Kirche. Und jetzt schauen wir mal, was die Kirche für uns bereithält. Und das Ganze wie immer live aus der Gaming Lounge mit mir, eurem Gastgeber Twitcher. Und los geht's. Wir schauen mal mit Alan rein, was wir hier so wahrnehmen können. Aber erstmal wie immer die Runde außenrum. Los geht's. Bulletin Board. Door. Window. Was haben wir hier noch? Achso, Window. For a small church lost in a town as remote as Serena, its beautiful stained glass windows could be the envy of the finest European cathedrals. Aha. The thick tinted glass prevents you from clearly seeing inside the church. The small window has no latch and is impossible to close. On stormy days like these, it usually opens violently, causing an annoying noise that drives Father Adamson crazy. Okay, da haben wir jetzt schon den Namen. That is why I nailed it in place with a board instead of going for the more logical option of installing a latch on the inside. Oh, okay, verstehe. Hallo Helges, ich grüße dich. Willkommen. Schön, dass du da bist. Ein vielleicht für die zwei antarktische Markensnacks hinlegt. Uha. Welche sind denn diese? Und es sich fluchen bequem macht. Okay. Dann brechen wir den Fluch. Was haben wir hier? Among the service schedules and activities Father Adamson used to organize back in the day, you can see Mary Elizabeth Hellman's missing person poster. He deeply mourned the young woman's disappearance, and together with Chief Lloyd, he was one of Serena's most committed participants in her search. Ach ja, ja, ja. Wäre natürlich schon spannend, wenn wir von den vermissten Personen welche wiederfinden würden. Na, was? Na, welches Tier lebt in der Antarktis und heißt fast genauso? Heißt fast genauso. In der Antarktis, Pinguine. Und Robben. Heute Morgen konnte man mir helfen und beim Abendbrot hat es heute Knack gemacht. Das heißt, dass irgendwas gebrochen ist. Oh, nein. Jetzt hoffe ich, dass es kein Zahn, sondern die provisorische Brücke ist. Wie kann denn das wieder knacken? Du hast doch ganz vorsichtig gegessen. Immerhin konnte jemand helfen. Mann, das Zeug hält nichts mehr ab. Du kannst nicht mehr essen. Also, die müssen sich mal mehr Mühe geben. Das ist ja Katastrophe. Kannst du nicht mal hier ein weiches Brötchen essen, ohne dass was passiert? Genau, und nun streiche das NE bei Pinguine. Pingu. Kinderpingui. Ah, ja, das schmeckt. Das habe ich ewig nicht mehr gegessen. Ja, das ist gut. Das esse ich, ja. Kinderpingui. Ah. Pizza mit Messer und Gabel wohlgemerkt. Naja, normalerweise ist er drin schön weich. Aber den Rand wirst du ja nicht gegessen haben, das harte Zeug. Ja, Flammkuchen vielleicht noch besser gewesen. Ich wollte die direkte Werbung vermeiden. Ja, verstehe. Okay. So, warte, war hier noch was? Nee. The board is securely fastened to the window with poor nails. It would be impossible for you to pry it off with your bare hands. Probably for the better. Father Adamson can't stand the constant banging the window on stormy days like this. Ja. Okay. Hier noch irgendwas am Baum? Ja, nein. Das esse ich prinzipiell nicht mit, okay? Weil meine Zähne schon so leicht brechen im Vergleich zum Normalfall. Oh, das ist echt schlimm. Ja, also die müssen wirklich mal. Die müssen wenigstens so stabil sein, dass wenn du irgendwie mal ein Brötchen isst, was so ein bisschen knusprig ist, dass da überhaupt gar nichts passiert. Oh, was ist das hier? Die Krähe. A sinister crow is watching every move you make. Ist das Hunin und Mugin einer? Oder wie? Odin, lass den Scheiß. Forget about the crow, don't waste time on it. Nicht? Oh, die hat rote Augen. Das ist ein böses Zeichen. Na gut, haben wir hier die Door. The doors of the church always remain open, even when Father Adamson is absent. Ja, das stimmt ja gar nicht. Die ist ja zu. Nee, bloß nicht alle ziehen. Das wäre die einzige Garantie. Ja. So, gehen wir rein. Oh. Welcome to the Temple of Jesus, Chief Bowman's deputy, I see. Yes. Let me guess, you're not a believer either. So ist es. Bin ein Wissenschaftler. Well, I only believe in Alfred Hitchcock and Martin Scorsese. You try to emphasize the joke with a smile, but stop yourself, knowing that humor is not your strong suit. Echt nicht? Schade. As Father Adamson is finding out. Oh, okay. You've come to tell me that Sarah Jordan has turned up safe and sound, right? No. No, no such luck. Ich bin nur ein Screenwriter. Der Beste. Chief Bowman moved heaven and earth to find that poor soul. Will you pray with me? We could use some extra help from up there to find Sarah. Pfarrer! Was ist das? Wir müssen suchen, nicht beten. Beten bringt gar nichts. Don't worry, I'm used to praying alone. Ja. With your permission, I will continue to do so. Wie wär's, wenn du mal selber suchst? So, was haben wir denn hier Schönes? Okay. Eine Bibel. Was auch immer das sein soll. Father Adamson. Okay, warte mal, hier ist noch was, eine Toolbox. Confessional. Father Adamson still remembers who the last person to confess was. That was many years ago, before the entire population of Serena turned its back on religion. Na, endlich sind sie aufgewacht. Ach ja. So. You are not willing to confess all your miseries to a stranger, even less so if he's going to give you homework afterwards. Ja. A Bible rests on one of the benches. Okay. Ist da vielleicht ein Schlüssel drin? You read a psalm from a random page. Without much to say, I said to the man, "Are you trying to tempt me? Because I come from the land of plenty." Okay, mit der Bibel kann man irgendwas machen. Aber haben wir noch das Brot. It is the best-selling book of all time. Although, to be fair, it does have 2000-year head start on all other bestsellers. Ja, das ist ja voll unfair. Sich mal umgeschrieben und anders gedeutet. Ja. Das ist kurz vor 20 Uhr passiert. Zum Glück hatte ich noch 2 Minuten beim Zahnarzt anzurufen. Oh, was? Oh, zum Glück hast du das Glück. Ich meine, wo eigentlich gar nichts mehr Festes ist, das ist dann bei der asiatischen Küche. Aber das ist ja nicht ganz so dein Ding, oder? Kannst ja süß und herzhaft von früh bis spät essen. Ja. Das wäre was. Also das müssen die, wie gesagt, reparieren richtig. Und wenn die das nicht können, dann musst du woanders hingehen. Kann ja nicht sein. So, was haben wir denn hier Schönes? Due to the lack of parishioners, Father Adamson has a lot of time on his hands. Lately he has been doing various maintenance jobs around the church. Like, for instance, pulling rusty nails from some of the floorboards. Floorboards, okay. Inside the toolbox there's only an assortment of screws mixed with the sawdust. There's also a pair of pliers that you borrow with the intention of returning them later to Father Adamson. Pliers, okay. Borrow. Pliers. It is a little rusty, but its condition does not compromise its function. Okay. Yeah. Ach, das Brot kann man vielleicht hier wegen der Beterei nehmen. Father Adamson's eyes are fixed on the horizon as he mutters prayers under his breath. Father, I'm glad to see someone walk through these doors after so many years. Although unfortunately not to pray. How may I help you? Was haben wir hier Schönes? I've been told that you don't have many congregants. Thank you, thanks for your time. Achso, meistens zu scharf? Okay. Oh, they still are, I hope, but they don't go to church anymore. Yeah. Why is that? I think there was a misunderstanding, sagte die Kirche. You're new around here, but have you heard about the Clark Morgan High School fire? Yes, horrible. The worst tragedy we experienced in years. Serena has always been a very quiet town. It has never had any leisure activities except for basketball. Hey, basketball is cool. People rooted for the high school team and the Friday games were always a big event. That night most of the town was there. Teenagers, grandparents, parents with small children. They all perished in the flames. Oh wow, okay. I held a funeral for all those poor souls and my words did not swell with the relatives. No. In my lecture I said that we all mourn such a loss and that we should be proud because God had a plan for them. So ein Bullshit. Wenn ich sowas lese, selbst in einem Spiel, ne. God's ways are inscrutable, right? God wanted them at his side. Ja. Forgive me, Father, but it is pretty insensitive to say those words to a parent who has lost their child. Ja, eben. Alan. Genau, richtig. Perhaps pedagogy is not the way. Oh. Bless your ignorance, deputy. No, that's not ignorance. But that's how it happened. The people of Serena turned their backs on God. They refused to have anything to do with him or me. Da ist ein Unfall passiert, da sind die verbrannt. Das hat überhaupt nichts mit Gottzeug zu tun. Ach Gott, nee. Ah. Es gibt ja auch Speisen, wo du wirklich nur so, ja, das würzig hast oder mild. Weil das normalerweise bei den meisten asiatischen Speisen schon gekennzeichnet ist. Dass du dann immer genau auswählst. Und dann kannst du das eigentlich schon essen. Ich kann ja nicht woanders hin, da die Brücke für diese Praxis bewilligt wurde. Ach so, die ist gebunden daran. Dann würde alles noch länger dauern, um eine Praxis zu finden, die so gut mit Angstpatienten umgehen kann, wie die Ärzte, die ich auch nicht umgehen kann, wie die Ärzte. Ist auch nicht so leicht. Ja, gut, ein bisschen einstellen, ja. Aber die sind da ja auch trainiert. Okay, na gut, wenn es so ist. Ja, aber sonst würde ich das schon dir so empfehlen. Außerdem hätte ich die endgültige schon. Wenn die Zahnärztin nicht zweimal krank geworden wäre. Ja, stimmt, ja, das wäre alles ein bisschen zeitiger. Und wenn dann noch was gewesen wäre, dann hätten sie den noch eher reparieren können. Ja. Naja, wie gesagt, drück dir die Daumen, dass du dann wirklich mal Ruhe hast. Zumindest so lange, dass du dich nicht mehr daran erinnern kannst, wann die da was gemacht haben. Sag ja, alles was so mit dem Kopf ist immer schlimm, wenn irgendwas ist. Egal wie winzig das ist. Furchtbar sowas. Have you tried to bring them back? I would like to talk about Edward Keller. Machen wir erstmal das. Yes, of course. But I've made it worse. I suppose you have noticed that the church lacks an altar. Habe ich nicht gesehen. Also, it's hard not to notice. I please for them to return to the church were answered with violence. They tried to burn down the church. Looks like they don't beat around the bush around here. A couple of times I have caught someone trying to burn or vandalize the altar. Na gut, das ist natürlich scheiße. Das machen wir nicht. It's a piece of the 17th century of craftsmanship brought back from one of my trips to Europe. Okay. Ja, wenn es so alt ist, das kann ich nicht leiden. I can't risk losing it. That's why I keep it locked in the basement. Okay. It's not a good place for it, but there is no longer any use for it up here. Unfortunately. Naja, verstehe. Ich hoffe es, das muss bis voraussichtlich 17.01. gehen. Wenn nicht ich oder wieder sie krank werden, ja. Ja, hoffentlich, dass da nichts passiert. So, jetzt machen wir hier Edward Keller. A particular guy. His time in Serena caused some commotion. Why? Someone from Hollywood arriving here with the intention of shooting a movie will always arouse passions in a town as quiet as this one. Okay. People went crazy. Everyone wanted to appear in the film or help in some way. But the shoot never took place. Unless he was shooting another kind of film, Keller was rarely seen without his little 16mm camera. I have been told that you had some kind of relationship with him. Not at first. I tried to convince him to come to Mass. But he wasn't a religious man. Which I respect. And neither are you, but it doesn't stop us from having a nice chat. Ja, genau. Keller was, so to speak, the complete opposite of you. From what I've heard, he didn't inspire much sympathy. A couple of months later, he came to see me. He was dying. He wanted to be buried in Serena and for me to take care of it. Keller died here in Serena? Yes, his remains lie in a crypt inside the mausoleum and the Serena Cemetery. Oh, ich dachte, wir können mit ihm reden. Cemetery, okay. What did Keller die of? Das ist doch bestimmt wegen dem Buch gewesen. Dann wird es nämlich auch verdammt knapp, da die Übernahme der Kosten ja zeitlich begrenzt ist. Oh ja. Na gut, wenn du dann irgendwie dann nichts dafür kannst, dass sie vielleicht dann sagen, wir können es mal ein bisschen verlängern. Weil du musst ja warten dann. Ah ja, wenn ich auf irgendwas nicht reagieren sollte, dann liegt es am Internet. Ich muss immer wieder das WLAN aus und wieder einschalten. Oh, das ist ja echt belastend. Okay, alles klar. So, wir nehmen mal das jetzt hier. Cancer. That damned scourge. We talked about his burial for a week. The mausoleum has several empty crypts. Thought it was a perfect place for his body to rest eternally. Yeah. He used to come see me daily with precise instructions such as the orientation of the tomb or to insist that no one should have a copy of the key to the crypt. Und mit dem Film noch. Very strange and specific requirements. Do you have a key to the crypt? I only know that he had a copy of the key, but who knows where it is. What was the reason for all these instructions? He was a man of very few words and concise answers. One day I went to ask him why he wanted to be so meticulous about his eternal rest. I never knew. I found his body on the floor. Where did he live? He occupied the former home of the Marsh family and had been abandoned for almost a century. There's a road on the left to the entrance to the village. If you follow it to the end, you will find the house. Marsh family house. He was not a believer, but he had a funeral and a Christian burial. That didn't matter to him. He just wanted his remains to rest in this town. No one came to his funeral. Tried to contact his relatives, but I couldn't find any. Thank you for your help. If I may ask, what interest do you have in Keller? Few people remember him anymore. Police matters? Something like that. Okay. She didn't shoot a movie here? So he didn't shoot a movie here? Probieren kann man es, ansonsten muss die neu beantragt werden. Mitsamt Härtefall. Apropos, ich habe meinen Eigenanteil der Miete schon auf etwas über 5 Euro angepasst für ab Januar. Ach so, okay. Okay. Angepasst ist gut, ja. Okay. Kein Thema mehr. My guess is that if he always carried his camera with him, he must have shot something. But he didn't have a film crew with him, people you know. The only thing I saw him do was film people with his little camera, and they were happy to oblige. Did they act? No. They simply stared at the camera in silence. I have no idea what he wanted that footage for. Das ist bestimmt dann hier der Film, den wir suchen. Thanks for your time. You're welcome, Deputy. As much as I enjoy talking to God, everyone once in a while, it is good for me to talk to someone else. Ja, mit echten Leuten kriegst du auch eine Antwort, nicht wahr? So, wir haben ja den Banner. Banner. Baptismal Font. Okay. Und noch eine Tür. Achso, hier ist Schluss. The phrase Jesus wants the best for you is embroidered in gold lettering. The banner doesn't interest you enough to examine it further. Examine it further. Ja, okay. Ist hier drunter ein Geheimgang? Ja. Practically the entire population of Serena passed through the baptism font shortly after birth. The last to do so was Mary Elizabeth Hellman, who is currently missing. Wenn wir die finden, die kann uns bestimmt echt viel erzählen. It's probably the purest, clearest water you've seen since you're in Serena. Ja, das glaube ich auch. Können wir das Brot einweichen? Nee, ja. The closer you get to the door, the more intense the swell of wax and dampness becomes. Almost unbearable. I keep it locked. Okay. I keep values in there, and I want to keep them safe. Okay. Do you need anything from there, Deputy? No, I was checking that everything was in order. Okay. Okay, Adamson. Gutes Gespräch. Schade, dass er gar nicht zu den Bildern sagt. Der schon wieder. I didn't take you for a religious man, Mr. Goldberg. Fuck, I can't believe this. Der Regelsatz wird ja so stark erhöht, dass er fast meiner Rente entspricht, die ich raus habe. Oh, okay. Ja, jeder Cent zählt, nicht wahr? Das ist gut. Do not speculate. Mr. Ross only wants to look after his investment. Ich habe kein Geld angenommen von dem. Investment? Damn it, what investment? That film does not belong exclusively to you, Mr. Goldberg. Oh, nee. What are you going to do when you get the film? I'm going to report you to the chief. Huh. Let me guess. You're going to take it from me? And you will do it at gunpoint, won't you? This is not one of your movies, Mr. Goldberg. Mr. Ross might triple his offer when the time comes. That will be all. Bullshit. Believe whatever you want, Mr. Goldberg. Der will ja dann nur den Film haben, damit er zu der anderen sagen kann. Ich habe das vorher bekommen. Vor dir, weißt du? Das ist ja der Punkt. Ja, das will der ja dann haben. Und nicht hier irgendwie, ja, ich mache das deshalb. Das ist nur so ein Wettspiel für den. Aber nicht mit uns. I see you dressed as a chief of police. Nice strategy. Everyone will be willing to offer their assistance to a law enforcement officer. Haha. Anyway, why would you report me? For harassment, damn it. You haven't stopped doing it since Los Angeles. I'm just visiting this charming town. Natürlich. I don't believe I am committing any crime. Don't get in my way. Aber sowas von. Ich bin ja mal gespannt, was die Stromabrechnung in ein paar Monaten sagt. Ob ich wohl wieder was zurückbekomme wie die letzten Jahre. Das könnte schon sein, wenn du dich gut an den Strom gehalten hast. Manche Sachen lässt man ja dann, aber könnte man sagen, naja, das kann ich jetzt mal ausmachen. I can help but notice a threatening tone in your words. You don't need to worry. I'm here to help. You want to help, huh? Get out of my sight. Anyway, if you need help, I don't need any help, least of all from you. One never knows, Mr. Goldberg. One never knows. Damn it. Und dann geht er wieder mit seiner Sonnenbrille und seinem Regenschirm. Cemetery. Marsch. Wir gehen erstmal auf die Cemetery. Wer ist das? Shit. You startled me. What are you doing there? Kann ich dich auch fragen. I wanted to take a look at the cemetery. It is not possible. I just closed it. Oh. She doesn't want to leave today. What? Who? Her. Damn it. Charlotte Wilkes. Thomas Wilkes' wife. She shows up at the mausoleum from time to time. Oha. I try to avoid her, but today she's been in there all day. Wait a minute, you mean it's a ghost? Yes. I don't want to hear us. I don't want to be responsible for any misfortunes. So the cemetery will remain closed until further notice. Aw. But wouldn't it be possible? No, it is not possible. And something tells me that you're going to try to get inside anyway, so... I'm going to stand guard outside the door so you don't get any funny ideas. I have all day, is that clear? Na toll. Wie heißt der? Willie Baxter. Gate. Woody also acts as gardener, but only from the inside. That's why the entrance to the cemetery looks neglected and overgrown with bushes and weeds. Among the weeds, dozens of the earthworms struggle to crawl back into the soil that the rain has washed away. Könnte ich hier vielleicht das Brot verwenden? Und jeden Monat 5 Euro mehr bezahlt, als ich hätte müssen. Ja, das zurückzubekommen wäre natürlich gut. Und hier ist dasselbe. Weeds are grateful for the large amounts of water they're receiving so they can grow even more freely. Aber hier ist es nur mit den Würmern. Moment mal, wir probieren das mal. If you want to collect a few earthworms from the parterre, you should get yourself a suitable container. You cringe at the idea of them wriggling around in your pockets. Ja, okay. Willie Baxter has closed the access gate to the cemetery with a padlock and a thick chain. And as an extra security measure, he is setting up guard so that no one can enter. What are you trying to do? Nothing. I hope so. For 50 years, Willie Baxter has been the sole undertaker at Serena's cemetery, perhaps one of the most populated ones in the entire area, due to the accumulation of misfortunes going back centuries before he took the job. Willie? Willie. How could I get in this cemetery? Do you really believe that there's a ghost in the cemetery? Is there anything I can do for you? Gute Frage. Okay, es ist der Teil weggebrochen, wo die Zähne fehlen. Ich hoffe, ich bekomme das bis morgen mit Haftcreme fest. Ja, müsste eigentlich bis dahin überstehen. You're a law enforcement officer, aren't you? Get a warrant, and we would still have to talk it over. Ob wir das so bekommen? Not in the cemetery. In the mausoleum. If I can get rid of her, at least I can make her stay there. If she gets out of there, we'll all be doomed. Vielleicht ist es ja die Vermisste. She was already cruel when she was alive, so I can imagine how she will be in death. Hmm. You're being polite, so I'll let you in, right? Forget it. That won't work on me. I'm leaving. I'll be right here. I don't trust you. Tja. Wir kommen nochmal zurück. Sehr cool. Nightmare Frames. So, was haben wir hier so Schönes? Wall. House. The walls around the perimeter of the Marsh house are covered with dry vines, as if they were trying to bury all the evil hidden inside. No matter how low they are, it is easier for you to access the house through the entrance than to jump over them. Das habe ich auch schon mal gesehen. Drüber geklettert, anstatt durchzugehen. Sehr witzig. Aha. The old Marsh house seems to spread its ruin to the surrounding terrain. Nothing managed to grow here except for an uneasy feeling the longer you stay in front of it. Da gehen wir mal rein. Ist bestimmt schön eingerichtet. Wow. Ja, schon wieder für Halloween vorbereitet. Okay, das heißt definitiv Betäubung morgen früh. No. Ja. Ich hoffe, das geht soweit mit Betäubung. So, was haben wir denn hier? Korridor. Room. Generator. Projector. Okay. Pentagramm. Foto. Switch. The lever's broken, but you're still able to flip the switch. There's no electricity, and judging by the generator Keller was using, there might never have been. Corridor. The corridor extends deep into the darkness. Oh! Alan? Several pieces of debris and part of a collapsed ceiling prevent you from reaching the corridor. Okay. Mit Bedarf, ja? Okay. Was haben wir hier? The person with the gruff expression is Nelson Marsh, former owner of the place you're standing in. Nelson Marsh's gaze seems to follow you no matter where you stand. Keller's obsession with the occult seems to have verged on insanity. Upside down crosses a ram's head, and several strange symbols make up the sinister pentagram that Keller drew with paint? You're not quite sure. Könnte auch Blut sein. Ist ja meistens Blut. Aber vielleicht ist es ja auch Farbe. An old 8mm projector is pointed to the wall. Können wir durch die Wand gehen? Was? It has no power. Projector is connected to that rusty diesel generator with cable. It doesn't seem to have a drop of fuel in it. Oh. Okay. The ceiling collapsed on what appears to be the place Keller used as a dark room, judging by the chemicals and developing trays scattered on the floor. It wouldn't be hard for you to make your way through the rubble, but you don't see anything that could be useful to you in there. Sure. Okay. Tja, was machen wir jetzt? Brücke? Tatsache. Genau, der hat uns ja noch einen Weg gezeigt, hier zur Abkürzung. Junk, Rocks, Crow, Flowers, Robert Saxon. Von dem haben wir auch mal was gehört. The people of Serena keep complaining about how the factories in Wade Creek used to dump all their waste in the river. The fact that they themselves used the river as a landfill is another story. Yeah. You can't reach all the junk from the bridge. Ja. Das muss ja auch nicht sein. Wir wollen es ja nur feststellen. Okay, rocks. There's a small teddy bear trapped among the rocks. You can't reach the stuffed animal from the bridge. Crow holding teddy bear. Probably influenced by the use of this animal as an ill omen in literature, crows have always struck you as ominous creatures. You have no intention of disturbing the crow, although it wouldn't hurt if it stopped caving so frequently. Every week, Robert Saxon religiously changes what used to be his wife's favorite flowers. Ja, stimmt, das war ja das Unglück hier. Respect Saxon's grief, Alan. Ja. Robert Saxon stared at the horizon, losing himself in his memories. Oh. Robert Saxon? Yeah. Gordon Decker told me I would find you here. What do you need? So was haben wir hier? I must go. Daggett said you come here every day. Did you know a variety reporter who was in Serena some years ago? Was war das? Yes, my wife. She hanged herself from this bridge. Oh, I am sorry. She couldn't bear the death of our daughter Nancy. Sind im Feuer umgekommen? Ah ja, hier. May I ask now how your daughter died? Mal sehen. Forget it. Pardon my impertinence. Don't worry. It's a pleasure to talk to someone from out of town. Okay, that's good. Even if it is about this. People around here are not very prone to conversation. They're quite special. You're not from here? No, San Francisco. We wanted a change of scenery and to live in a small town surrounded by nature. And we made the worst choice of our lives by moving to this damn town. Oh man. My daughter Nancy died in the high school fire. I knew it. I've heard about it. Serena's history is written in blood. There have always been misfortunes here, but what happened to the high school? Vielleicht war das ja der Pfarrer. They had a small basketball team. It wasn't even federated, but they brought in all the youth every Friday. When the fire started, most of the town was there. Parents, young people, children. Nancy, how did the fire happen? Were there any survivors? A gas leak, they said. The fire delayed the door of the gym and no one was able to open it. 80 people burned to death. Wow. There were no survivors. A real tragedy. I'm so sorry about your daughter. Kate suffered from severe depression. I couldn't do anything for her, and the only way out she saw was to... It's alright, I understand. I come here every day to mourn her death. I have 2 tears left, but I have nothing else to do in this damn town. Nee, I have no tears left, so rum. Na, glaube ich. Frau weg, Tochter weg. Sure, Bill Eastman. He was a friend of mine. Not many people from Los Angeles used to come to Serena. You're from Los Angeles too, right? How did you know that I'm from LA? The way you talk, I guess. Did he ever mention Edward Keller's name to you? Yes, of course. That was the reason he ended up here. Huh. It had been a few months then since Keller had moved into Serena when Bill arrived with the intention of interviewing him. Keller turned him down several times until he finally budged. Do you know where I can find him? Er müsste der dasselbe sagen. He married Florence, a local girl, and they moved to Wade Creek. Bei den Firmen. He didn't want to go back to Los Angeles, let alone stay in Serena. Although they didn't intend to go too far away either. Florence had a sister here. I haven't seen them since they left. They haven't shown up around town either. So I can tell you exactly where he lives. By the way, what do you want with Bill? I'm looking for Keller. I think your friend might be able to give me some clue about where I can find him. Keller, a sinister fellow. He used to be seen walking around town, but we never knew where he lived. Do you think Bill might know? I hope so. Let's see. Bill used to write for the Serena Gazette, the closest thing to a newspaper we've ever had. I know that sometime later the publication was still receiving articles from him. His address might be in the Gazette's archives, if you can get to them. What do you mean? The Serena's Gazette was edited in a basement. Below Stephen Talbot's repair shop. Many years ago, Fred Gunton, the tenant, got fed up with Talbot not paying the rent, so he threatened to kick him out. Das sind wir aber noch nicht gewesen. Talbot's answer was to take a bulldozer and tear down the repair shop. That's Serena for you. Sanity is a rare trait around these parts. The cassette is still there, under the debris. If you can't get to it, you might be able to find Bill's address. Alright. What little I know is what Bill told me. Also, apparently he came here to shoot a movie. But we never saw any cameras or equipment. What happened to Keller? I have no idea. One day he was no longer here. He disappeared just as suddenly as he had arrived. Okay. I must go. Take care. I will. Was war denn das nochmal? Aha, aha. Oh Mann, das war ja heute was, als ich nach Hause kam. Hui. Weißt du, wie ein 5 Monate alter Hund wie auf einem Liter Energy drauf ist? Das ist echt zum Durchdrehen. 5 Monate alter Hund, ja, okay, na. Der sprudelt ja voller Energie. Ah, ja. Einem Liter Energy drauf ist, ja. Oh. Ja. Was wurde damit beauftragt? Okay, das ist aber neu. Do you have a key to the cemetery? Yes, I have one. Can I borrow it? The undertaker won't let me pass. If Willie doesn't let you in, then there's nothing I can do. I'm sorry. His excuse is that there's a ghost haunting. Ah, yes, Charlotte Wilkes. An old local folk tale. People said she used to kidnap children in order to... Well, it's a nasty subject and I don't want to go into detail. These accusations couldn't be proven. She was the wife of Thomas Wilkes, founder of Serena along with Benjamin Jones. Oh, with Benjamin Jones? She was a powerful woman. No one dared to formally accuse her. They were afraid of her. Die Gründer, okay. Ja gut, der ist schon so alt, der kannte die noch jung. That's all fine and dandy, but I don't think that's a reason to be barred from entering a public place. I'm sorry, Deputy. If I give you the key, I'll get in trouble with Willie. The Baxters aren't known for their manners, and certainly not for their problem-solving skills. There's nothing I can do for you, I'm sorry, I really am. Thanks for your time. You're welcome, Deputy. Ja. Pa. Na, woher nehmen Sie diese Energie? Das war echt hart, sie zu bespaßen. Ich habe freiwillig geholfen, ah, okay. Naja, weil vieles halt neu ist und wo sie ist, was sie sieht, die Gerüche. Und der Akku ist schneller wieder aufgeladen. Das lässt dann schon mit der Zeit nach, aber in der Zeit noch dauert es schon lang, bis sie dann müde werden. Aber die Schlafphasen sind dann auch eher kurz. Vielleicht kann ich so nochmal mit ihm reden. Trotzdem nochmal. Achso, okay. Warte mal, kann ich das mitnehmen? Shit. Okay. Ah, the bowl kann ich mitnehmen. Kann ich nicht mitnehmen? Oh, it's actually called Mount Anderson, but no one in town knows it by that name. As a matter of fact, the tendency in Serena is to rename any place or geological formation with some reference to the misfortune that occurred at those places. According to a local legend, several women accused of witchcraft escaped from Salem and found a place to settle down in Serena. When the people learned about this, they expelled them to Mount Anderson, where they devoted themselves to worshipping the devil. None of this could be proven, but anyone from Serena would defend this version to the death. Devil's Mountain. Coole Sache. Ich muss jetzt irgendwo hier hingehen. Was? Wo der Workshop ist. Achso, das ist das mit dem Poster. Sie lernt jetzt eine Klinge zu benutzen, wenn sie muss. Okay, eine Klinge, ja. Ja, wenn richtig gut trainiert wird, dann ist das schon was werden. Ist das der Hund gewesen von den Bildern? Ach, Gesäß. Richtig, okay. Ach genau, hier müssen wir hin. So, was haben wir jetzt hier Schönes? Ah? Exit, go inside. Oh, okay. Several objects protrude from the debris. You rummage through the debris for anything useful. There's nothing useful except for an old gas can that still seems to have some fuel left. Ey, Gas can, das können wir benutzen. Für den Projektor. Richtig. According to Robert Saxon, what remains of the Serena Gazette is under the ruins of the repair shop. It was probably accessed from somewhere inside, but you don't see an entrance through the rubble. Oh no, shit. Oh! Shit. Das hat wehgetan. Getting up from the ground so quickly takes its toll. You feel a sudden dizziness and notice a tremendous pain caused by the concussion from falling down the shaft. Ja, das hat richtig geknallt. I hope the damn film is worth it, Helen. Newspapers, okay. File cabinet, desk. Kann man gar nicht richtig erkennen. Und eine Karte. Cool. Shelf. The Serena Gazette. Okay, das muss wirklich ganz anders ausgesehen haben vorher. Sie ist sogar für die Intelligenzspielzeuge zu schlau. Ich hätte sie innerhalb weniger Minuten raus. Ja, das können die dann schon ganz gut. Ja, wenn der Hund richtig gut trainiert ist, dann ist das schon richtig toll. Staircase, printing press, sewer. Through the hole you hear a strong water current, which makes you think that the drain flows directly into Serena's sewer system and not into a pipe. Oh. Viel zu schwer. Despite not being screwed in, the grate won't budge. You might not be strong enough to lift it. The first few steps are intact from there. The debris accumulates until it blocks the only exit leading to the outside. You can't get out the way. The debris is blocking the exit. Since it was founded, all editions of the Serena Gazette were printed at Wade Creek. Having its own printing press was too expensive for such a small print run. Everything changed in 1964 when the Gazette's owner found a rickety work print T423 in a Wade Creek landfill. Stephen Talbot's hands worked their magic, and every issue has been printed at this location ever since. Okay. You don't need to print anything, and even if you did, unfortunately there's no electricity in this place. Dankeschön. Ich habe schon am Anfang gesagt, dass sie ein sehr schlaues Köpfchen ist. Das hat sich schnell abgezeichnet. Ah, fein. Ja. Das ist echt gut. The Serena Gazette was founded in 1912. Its first article was about the collapse of the old Lloyd mine, where more than 18 miners lost their lives. Toll. Since then, and due to the continuous misfortunes that plagued the town, the section reporting such incidents grew larger with each issue. If you had to walk across a hole, you could use it as a plank, but not to access the whole thing, the hole in the ceiling. Was haben wir hier noch? It's full of bound newspapers, encyclopedias, dictionaries, nothing you feel like reading at the moment. You consider the possibility of climbing on the shelf in order to get to the ceiling, but the edge of the hole would be too far away for you to reach it. Yeah. A stack of newspapers dating back to the beginning of the decade. Decade. No. One of them might mention Edward Keller, but you have neither the time nor the will to find out. Irgendwelche kleinen Gegenstände? Was haben wir hier noch? The label on the middle drawer has the word collaborators written on it. Bill Eastman's address should be listed inside. Closed. Achso, ist immer dasselbe, ne? Ja auch. Ah. Kann ich vielleicht hier mit... You lightly shake the gas can and hear a sloshing sound. There's some left at the bottom. Ja, reicht bestimmt, um das anzugucken. You would only scratch the log. Ja, sein kann, dass man irgendwie aufbrechen kann. Documents, newspapers, clippings, occasional book, and a typewriter have been gathered dust since Stephen Talbot raised the building with his bulldozer. We look at each and every one of the trays on the desk. A small key under several newspaper clippings catches your eye. Key. What the hell? Hello? Anybody here? Ist der Geist oder die Frau? Sie haben Post. Ah, okay, danke dir. Moment mal, ich werfe erstmal die Karte. You've taken Serena's map out of your jacket so many times that you practically know all the streets and places by heart. You already have a smaller and more practical one. Achso, ich dachte, hier ist noch irgendeine Ergänzung. Grate? Maybe the duct behind the grate will take you to another part of the building. It would be nice to find out. 4 screws hold the air duct grate securely in place. It isn't hard to guess what it may open. Ja, ich weiß schon. Oh! Alan, hast du es gesehen? You'd swear you saw something, wouldn't you? That's why I turned around, because you felt a presence down here. Oh, hier hat sich noch jemand hingehangen. In dem Sinne. Huh? No. Let's see. Bill Eastman. You browse through the documents in alphabetical order. Here it is. Bill Eastman. Bell Street, 14th. Wade Creek. Bill Eastman, new location. Alan? What? Wo kommt der her? Are you here? Are you there? Rick? Down here. Ach, der ist hier oben. Down here. I drove by and saw you going into Talbot's old repair shop. Yeah. Then I lost track of you. You can't climb up here, can you? You have to give me a hand. Jack Moore has one of those rope ladders. I'll ask him for it. Ich wollte noch ins andere Gebäude klettern. Shit. Where would I go? It's just a figure of speech. Mind your step. The ground is not stable. Hier unten ist noch jemand eingesperrt, was? I'm a cop, Alan. Safety is the most... Ja, genau. Das habe ich mir auch gerade gedacht. Damn, goddammit, Jesus H. Christ. Can you move? Yes, I believe so. Who would have thought that being overweight would save me from breaking my back? Ah. My fat ass has cushioned the fall. Shall I help you get up? No, don't worry, I can do it. Here goes. Fuck, it hurts all over. Tja, siehst du? Genau ein Foto mit Text dazu. Das war wirklich der zweitharmloseste Moment heute, den ich erlebt habe. Okay, schön. A few moments before the high school fire, a teenage girl was working as an... She had a relationship with the editor of the Gazette. Oh, das war vielleicht das Mädchen gerade eben? That son of a bitch with a minor. Ja, das geht nicht. That guy got tired of the relationship and fired the girl. She used to come around here, but that guy gave her the runaround. No. The poor girl couldn't think of anything else to get his attention then, well, blackmailing him with taking her own life. And she went too far. Okay, this is stupid. Such a shame, she was only a teenager. Do you have kids, Alan? No? Do you? A daughter. She doesn't talk to me. Toll. Well, she yells at me, but that's not talking. Anyway, months after the suicide, the editor of the Gazette began to say that he could hear the girl moaning, you know. Ja. Soon the word spread that this building was haunted. Ja. You believe that story? No. But the townspeople do. You might hear that Talbot destroyed the building because of rent troubles and whatnot. But the boss tore down the repair shop because he was afraid of what was going on here. That's what happened. How's that sound? I'm sick of being here. Let's find a way out. Yeah, let's get to work. Puh. Hallo, holde Dame. Schön, Sie zu lesen. Wie geht es? Wie war das Fest der Feste? Bezweifle es. Na. So, jetzt haben wir unseren super Kollegen hier, Ray Bowman. Wie ist denn der überhaupt hier runtergefallen? Der muss ja gesprungen sein oder irgendwie komisch. So fällt man doch nicht von oben runter. Okay, das brauchen wir noch für später. Was ist denn hier? Können wir hier irgendwas machen? The grate? You will not be able to remove the grate with the pliers. No. Any ideas how to get out of here? Do you know something about Keller? Do you carry a walkie-talkie on you? Let's take a look. Tja. Ah, werter Herr, Ihre freundliche Stimme erfreut mich. Aber gerne doch. We can use the ladder either. I can see from here that there is debris blocking the door that leads to the repair shop. I don't know, Alan. We might be in here for a while. Was haltet ihr von so einem Endjahres-Podcast, so über Gaming, Streaming und Co.? Abends kommen einem doch die besten Gedanken, nicht wahr? Keller? Sind wir im Keller? Nobody says too much, but everyone agrees with something. Something. Has arrival changed Serena? Oh. Ich wäre dabei, Herr und Meister des Gamepads. Okay, alles klar. Dankeschön. Coole Animation, Cantina. Also ich habe am Anfang nicht gedacht, dass es ein Herz ist. Ich dachte, es ist eher die Rückseite. Du verstehst? Okay, let's take a look. I don't want to spend the rest of my life here, ja. Okay, aber... Warte mal, hier hochstapeln. Boah, das ist eine gute Frage. Wie kommen wir raus? Staircase? Ah nein, Moment. Ja, Monte Cristo und so weiter. Spoon. Hier. Der kann doch mal mit anpacken hier. I can't do it. Can you give me a hand? Of course. Come on. Wir haben da nämlich eine Stimme gehört. Okay, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Hey, cool. Gemeinsam. We have no choice but to get in there, right? Not unless we grow wings and fly out of that hole. Yeah. Once we get to the sewers, it shouldn't be too hard to get out of there. Well then, after you. Hier, die Stimme. Quiet, Alan. Did you hear that? Yeah, I've heard it before too. I don't think we're alone in here. For heaven's sake. What? Ach du Scheiße. Oh my god. Alan, jump! See, I didn't need your help to climb up. I'm a man of action. I asked you if you wanted help because I saw that you were having a hard time getting out of the water. Ja. Der Popo? Genau. Ich dachte, das wäre eine Zunge, aber das wahrscheinlich auch nur, weil ich einen unfreiwilligen Zungenkuss vom Flummi auf Energie bekommen habe. Ja. Ja. It was a ghost, Alan. We're having the same hallucinations as the people of Serena. I told you it's because of the water. Ja, wir wissen noch gar nicht genau, was das für Zeug ist. I have not drunk Serena's water. No? What about the coffee you had at the police station? I ran out of the bottled water and made coffee with oh no, with tap water. And we both had the same hallucination? Because you saw what I saw, a woman, right? Yes, fuck yes. Shit, Alan, I'm just trying to make sense of all this. Puh. Oh, die sehen auch cool aus. Was ist das genau? Sind das Bären? What's wrong with you? My heart. It feels as if it's jumping out of my chest. I'm having a heart attack. Oh no, nicht jetzt. What? Oh damn. Damn. Calm down, it must be an anxiety attack. You wouldn't dare leave me stuck here with a corpse, would you? Tief durchatmen. Knock it off. You're a Hollywood screenwriter, not a doctor. Ich denke ja. Okay. Lean back und so weiter. Easy, little by little. Now what? Breathe in deeply, hold your breath for a few seconds and exhale gently. Have you ever had an anxiety attack? No, but I work in the movie industry. I see them very often. Keep it up. Breathe in deep. Keep it up. Feeling better? I think so. No, I don't know. Hey, Alan. At Wade Creek, I've seen it all. Believe me, things that would scare anyone. I have been trained to keep a cool head at all times, but this... I felt an overwhelming fear. This is not like me. Sieht aus, als hätte er viel gegessen, die Wangen sind so voll. I've never experienced this feeling in my life. Tell me about it later, okay? Right now you need to calm down. Don't think about anything. Try to keep your mind blank. Yes. In the meantime, I will try to find us a way out of here. Alan. Yeah? If I don't make it out of this, Tell my daughter that I love her very much. I know I should have spent more time with her and her. Her name is Claire. Claire Bowman. She lives in Wade Creek Inn. You tell her yourself. Now, you know, mind blank. Okay? Yes, mind blank. Boah. Ich war am Reden und auf einmal hatte ich Hollys Zunge im Mund. What the hell? Ein Erlebnis, das ich nicht empfehlen kann, wenn dein Gegenüber ein Hund ist. Na, das war ja ein Erlebnis. Da warst du bestimmt überrascht. Sei froh, dass es kein Kamel war. Da habe ich schon Stories gehört. So. Okay, warte mal, willst du jetzt vielleicht was essen? It would be wise to leave Rick alone for now. Okay, alles klar. A series of switches inside control the lighting of this part of the sewer. It is locked. The metal on the door is not very thick. You could pry it with pliers. But there isn't enough room to wedge them in. Oh man. So, das heißt, wir müssen hier rüber gehen. Gut, hier ist ja Licht. Und hier geht's ins Wasser. Darkness, das ist auch immer gut. Darkness. Okay. The sewer network fades into the darkness in that direction. There are several factors that prevent you from going into the pitch black area. First and foremost is the risk of collapse as indicated by the sign, but also the lack of a light source. For safety, it would be best to be accompanied by Rick Bowman. Okay, hier war jemand vor uns. The uniform belongs to Billy Green Hickey, the Wade Creek Sewer Maintenance Service Officer. A year ago, he wasn't sent here to perform a visual inspection of the conditions of Serena's subterranean infrastructure. He never returned home. Ach du Scheiße. Den finden wir wohl jetzt. A screwdriver protrudes from one of the pockets. Ah. Screwdriver. Das heißt, wir kommen dann dort durch. Okay, was haben wir hier? It's a warning to sewer workers. It warns of possible wall collapses in this area. You make a mental note to make your way carefully through the sewer and keep an eye on any possible signs of a cave-in. Arch. There used to be an access hatch there that was connected to Calcott Street. Nobody knows why the entrance was bricked up. There's no way to access it unless you're equipped with a good pickaxe and plenty of time. Okay, cool. Oh, plank. An old plank rests on the wall. You touch the plank and discover that it is rotten to the point that it might fall apart if you took it with you. Fantastisch. Oh no. Wo ist denn der jetzt hingegangen? Rick? Hey Rick. Damn it. Where'd he go? Das gibt's ja nicht. Water. The rain falling incessantly on Serena caused the level of sewers to rise steadily. You've already been there. You don't want to dive back into the water. Ja, dann werden wir am Ende noch durchdrehen. Oh. Oh. Oh, das ist der richtige Abschnitt wie bei Tormented Souls. Bei dem Horror-Game, was wir zuletzt mal hatten. Also zuvor zuletzt. Da sind wir auch in so einem Gebiet gewesen. Ach, guck mal an. Ist er hier hochgegangen? Great. Behind the ventilation grill is an air duct large enough for one person. The grill would yield were it not secured by a single screw on the lower right side. Was denn hier? Wieso jetzt zugemacht? You find it hard to believe that Rick would leave without telling you anything. You doubt it was him who closed the door. Rick, are you there? Boah. So, warte mal, ich hab doch hier... Ja. So, warte mal, sagt er noch was dazu? It is a simple screwdriver, ideal for flathead screws. Ja. Und wie? Zum Glück bin ich zu alt für meinen ersten Kuss. Es wäre ja zu komisch, wenn ich sagen müsste, dass ich den mit einem Hund... ich habe eine ganz besondere Geschichte. Da war einmal ein Hund. Und der Hund wollte zu viel. So begann die Geschichte. The flat tip of your screwdriver is too large to fit into the Phillips screw. Okay. Was können wir hier noch machen? Hier ist aber auch nichts mehr, oder? Warte mal, hier vielleicht... Was? When you open the Bible, you find what at first glance seems to be a small key, but is actually a small crucifix. Habe ich nicht vor uns gesagt, dass dort am Ende noch ein Schlüssel in dem Spielbuch drin ist? Und jetzt finden wir hier Crucifix. Ist ja witzig. Small crucifix reminds you of a small key. Kann ich das damit öffnen? The door is locked from the inside. You won't be able to open it with that. Das ist schade. Oh, warte mal. Hier? You can't open the leg. Oh, Aber das geht. You find another screwdriver inside. This time it's a Phillips screwdriver. Ah! You don't think you use the other one anymore, so you replace it with this one. Great. Sieht der anders aus? Oh, der ist grün. A Phillips Head Screwdriver. Okay, wir wissen schon, wo wir den verwenden. Warte mal, kann ich hier... Halt, Alan, nicht so schnell. Vielleicht die Zange? Naja, noch nicht. All the switches are up. The lighting of the sewer is too dim. If you lower one of the circuit breakers, the visibility will be even worse. Ja, okay, ja, das wollen wir nicht. So, das heißt, wir haben jetzt die Chance, hier abzuhauen. Hat bestimmt niemand gehört. You hold in your hand the screw you just removed. You pocketed. The screw, okay. A thick stainless steel screw taken from the grid you have just unscrewed. Ah, okay. Ja, ja, der sein kann. Are you listening to me? Wake up. What's going on here? Huh? Rick? Damn it. I'm talking to you. A12 sind wir. What the? Versteck dich. I said wake up. Tell me, did you bring one of those monsters with you? Was für Monster? What? What is this bullshit? Did you do this? Get me down from here. I'm an officer of the law, you fucking asshole. Don't Don't yell at me. I can't stand being yelled at. Oh yeah? I can't stand being hanged like an animal either. Put me the fuck down. You're in big trouble, motherfucker. Yeah. I don't think so. Nobody's going to find out, you know? Just like they never found out what happened to that maintenance guy. Aww. Du hast ihn gekillt? Just a sec. What are you going to do? I can't feed on rats forever, you know? Du Kannibale, du frisst die Menschen und wahrscheinlich auch die Kinder? Son of a bitch. Gotta survive down here. One can no longer stay on the surface. It's full of monsters up there. Okay, der hat bestimmt ganz viel von dem Wasser getrunken. They make you feel a terrible fear until you die of a heart attack. Oh. Like Christy and Murray. These monsters won't get me down here. Oh. I swear by all that's holy, that if I get down from here, the only thing you're going to eat is my fist. Sieht voll witzig aus, würde er die ganze Zeit lachen. Nothing personal, Chief. I wish there was another way, but if someone has to live, I'd rather it be me. Okay, da bleibt jetzt hier stehen. Bob Wells ist das. Okay. Bob Wells has been living in the sewers for a year. Apparitions like the ones you witnessed a few minutes ago undermined his sanity. Since then, he believes he is safe from them down here. Okay. Exit. Trash. Rick Bowman. Okay, das müssen wir dann durchschneiden. Oder losmachen. Rope. Pots and Pans. So, was aber eine gute Variante ist, ist auf jeden Fall hier mal speichern, weil ich nicht weiß, ob das hier mit einem Versuch ist oder nicht. So. Was können wir denn jetzt machen hier? From time to time, Bob Wells will venture beyond its limits, specifically to a small landfill near the sewer inlets. There he stocks up on pots, pans, and frying pans so he can cook the only things he considered edible down here. Rats, other clueless animals, and any people unlucky enough to get within his reach. Bob Wells' cookware is stacked carelessly. It is strange that they haven't fallen to the ground due to their own weight. Oder hat der die Geräusche gemacht? Ne, das war eine richtige Frauenstimme. The rope from which Rick is hanging like a carcass in a slaughterhouse is tied to the pipe. Living in the sewers, feeding on rats and occasionally humans is not incompatible with keeping this place moderately tidy. Rick does everything he can to escape the situation, but it is possible. Wow, wieder Seed, Manhole Cover. Indicates that there is one more sub-level. You try to guess subtly so you can get Rick's attention and let him know you're here. But you stop when you realize you probably get the wrong person's attention. Okay. Bob will see you if you try to rummage through the trash. Or rummage. You can't get closer without attracting Bob's attention. Doing that could have unforeseen consequences for you and Rick. Ja. Kann ich denn das machen hier? Aussperren oder? I start by cutting off one of your feet. With that, I can feed myself for a couple of days. Get me down from here, you son of a bitch. You knocked down Barry Mitchell with one punch. Maybe it was luck or you caught him off guard. But first and foremost, he was unarmed. You know you have to get rid of him in order to free Rick. But for both your safety and his, violence is not an option this time. Boah. Was? Gut, dass ich gespeichert habe, aber was können wir denn tun? Was? Draw Bob's attention in that direction, eh? Good idea, but try with something you're willing to lose. Oh, das Brot brauchen wir noch. The screw. Das. What was that? Huh? Oh Gott, das hat ja gar nicht gereicht. Must have been a damn rat. I'm sick of feeding on them. Do you understand now why I'm doing this? Oh, okay. Red, Drum, Ladder. Ah, okay. Also muss ich das so machen, dass ich erstmal hier verschwinden kann. Bottles. Bob was cooking his usual dinner when, to his surprise, he discovered that he could switch up the menu. The stench of waste and decay emanating from the rat prevents you from getting closer to it. Several vegetables that even a fasting rat would eat float in more than 5 gallons of constantly boiling water. Everything indicates that Bob prefers to boil his victims rather than grilling or frying them. The dim light from the outside filters through the manhole cover that the ladder leads to. You can finally get out of here. One reasonable approach would be to go outside and ask for help. But by the time help arrives, it may be too late. You decide not to leave Rick behind. Oh. The pipe, okay. It's just one of hundreds of pipes that snake through Serena's sewer system. The wheel turns perfectly despite some resistance from all the accumulated rust. Although it won't do any good, the valve is not working anymore. Bah. One days like this, Bob Wells usually collects the rainwater that seeps through the manhole covers on the asphalt. Otherwise, he makes do with the water running down the sewer. You wonder how he can still be alive with no apparent symptoms of cholera or dysentery. Dysentery. Hier so ein Gitter. Tja. If life was one of your scripts, that might have worked, okay. Who do you intend to help, Rick or Bob? Tja. Aber ich brauche doch das für den Projektor. Okay, Hä? Tja. Hm. You will burn your hands if you try rocking the drum until you knock it over. If you're thinking of kicking it, consider first whether you have the strength to knock over a drum loaded with more than 5 gallons of water. Ich kann jetzt gerade... Oh, doch. Jetzt hat er es eingesammelt. More than half of a liter of contaminated water for Bob Wales consumption. Ja, warte mal, kann ich das hier... What? Impossible. The water stopped boiling. I'm going to see what's going on. Don't go anywhere, okay? Son of a bitch. Oh, kann ich mich verstecken? Oh, Gott sei Dank. Ah, verstehe. The fuck is going on here? Rick? Alan! Come on, untie me. Hurry up. Ja, mach schnell. Wir müssen verschwinden. What the hell? But how? Surprise! Not one step further, you fucking degenerate. Watch out, Rick. He's got a machete. And I have a gun. What do you mean? Drop the knife, you degenerate cannibal. You're not taking me back to the surface. Du wirst dich dann in Asche verwandeln. I'd rather die than. Wie du willst. You're quite the marksman. I was pointing at his shoulder. And you, hands up. What are you going to do with him? What I would like to do with him would land me in jail. Ah, schade. All I know is that I don't want to have this scum around. Call the guys at Wade Creek and have them take him down there. You're lucky, you son of a bitch. You're going to eat normal for once in your life. I said you're not going to take me to the surface. Shut up. I should have slit you open while I had the chance. Look, you have just exhausted my patience. Whoa. That's it. What are you doing? Was that necessary? What? Hitting him with the butt of the gun and knocking him out. I would have done it if he had only run a stop sign with his car. He wanted to fucking eat me. Just it is called police brutality. Do you think I'm in LA, copper? Do you want to bust my balls? Because if you're going to bust my balls like this guy did, I can hit you with the butt of my gun too. Relax, will you? I'm relaxed. I see. It's all over now, so take it easy. Fuck, Alan. Nothing affects you. How can you be so cold? I don't know, I'm just like that. Alright, I'm calm, I'm calm. Na, bei dem hätten wir eine Ausnahme machen können. Sorry I didn't tell you sooner, but thanks for saving my life. No problem, Rick. Forget about it. I found an exit to the surface. It's in that room. Really? Great. I stay here and tie up the cannibal with a rope before he wakes up. No. Do what you have to do. I'll see you later, okay? There are some things we need to talk about. Well, the kind of stuff people like this hick are saying. They're right, Alan. Serena's haunted. You know what, Rick? I think I stick with your theory about polluted water. It is far more rational than accepting we have seen something supernatural. Think whatever you want. I know what I saw. And so do you. We'll talk about it later, okay? Be careful. Ghosts, cannibals. What next? You look around while breathing heavily so your lungs will fill with clean air as quickly as possible. A plaque on one of the buildings indicates that you are on Serena's Main Street. Main Street. Jenny's fashion. Jenny Andrews dressed generations of boys for the prom. A week before the fateful Clark Morgan High School fire, Jenny received all the suits that the boys would wear on one of the best nights of their lives. Jenny couldn't bear such a strategy. She cried every time she saw all those clothes on the hangers and ended up shutting down her business. It has been closed ever since. Clothes and accessories inside have been collecting dust for 15 years. No one has set foot inside Jenny's fashion since it closed. Okay. This here. There's barely enough light inside to perceive any shapes, but you hear the occasional cat meowing. Knocking on every door to get information about Keller is not the most rational course of action. Oh, wen haben wir hier? Telephone booth. Matt Fridley has been hogging the WK107 phone line for some time now, shutting out those who also want to provide some insight into Sarah Jordan's disappearance. Matt Fridley talks non-stop. You can barely hear what he's saying. However, you can catch a few stray words through the cabin vents. Mary Elizabeth Hellman's posters taped to the shutter of a Connelly's old hardware store have withstood the elements for more than a decade. A decade. Man! You've seen town, but not a single one from the recently missing Sarah Jordan. Ja, was ist mit Sarah Jordan? Hardware. Moment, kann ich mal rausgehen? The drugstore was one of the first businesses to open in Serena. It will probably be the last one to close its doors for good. Use the door, Alan. This is so good. Counter, okay. So, ich bin gleich wieder da. Und dann machen wir noch ein wenig weiter. So. Foto, Medizin, Ticket, Tobacco, Counter. Magazines. Wen haben wir hier noch? Paul Collins. Advertisement. TV. Clock, weights. Door. Gum dispenser. Okay. Danke dir. The old Main Street photograph dates back to 1936. Given how little it has changed, it could just as well have been taken 3 days ago. Ja. Die Stadt der gleichen Zeit. We take a closer look at the picture, and the only thing missing from it is the phone booth. Traditional home remedies and products from laboratories coexist on the shelf. You have always been fascinated by these places that sell both healthy and harmful products side by side. Ja, wenn es dir dann schlecht geht, kannst du was nehmen, damit es dir besser geht. Und wenn es dann wieder besser geht, kannst du was nehmen, damit es dir wieder schlecht geht. As a child, you used this type of machine a lot. You enjoyed the ritual of putting in the penny and being surprised by the color you got more than you liked actually eating them. Yeah. Given that there have been no children in Serena for over a decade, and that they were the only ones who came to buy chewing gum, these must be hard as rocks. Ja. Steine. You have always been fascinated by these places that... Also, das habe ich schon gelesen. Das gehört ja immer mit dazu. Inside the display cases at the counter, you can see bottles of liquor, sodas, marmalade, jars and nuts. Okay. Achso, das hier unten ist auch Paul Collins. Okay. Thus, the magazine section has issues that were already old before you were born. Several pulp magazines catch your eye. Okay. Scary tales. You read a paragraph. The house of the demons. Armed with courage, Rachel reached for the doorknob. Her daughter's screams faded as the door opened. Fearful of losing her again, she pushed the door with all her might and was met again by that massive stone figure. It can't be, we broke you into 1,000 pieces. Before fainting, Rachel thought she saw a hint of a smile on his stony face. Not bad. For a moment you picture yourself at your desk writing a similar scene, where the figure doesn't appear when the door is opened, and instead Rachel discovers it behind her after having unsuccessfully searched the room. Okay. Kann man auch machen. Okay. In the ad, Barbara Stanwyck says that ML cigarettes are the only cigarettes her doctor recommends. The actress looks very similar to the time she's starred in Clash by Night, so we estimate that the ad must date back more than 30 years. There's a small TV station in Wade Creek that fills its schedule with public domain films. It is not unusual to tune in and run into classics like Night of the Living Dead or Carnival of Souls. You would have to stand behind the counter for that. If Paul Collins gave you his permission, of course. Okay, reden wir mit ihm. Paul Collins hasn't closed the shutter of the only business open today in Serena since 1956. Neither did his father, since it first opened in 1920. 27. He has never left the town and knows no life outside of the counter. What? For him, that's more than enough. Okay. Hello. We have a deputy as far as I can see. Yes. My name is Alan Goldberg. Paul Collins. Pleased to meet you. So, was haben wir bekommen? I would take a look around the store. Does the name Edward Keller sound familiar? I think this is the first open establishment I've seen. Okay, yes. A weirdo who wanted to shoot a movie here. Huh. He died of a heart attack before finishing it. Na, guck mal an. I think that's what happened. I never cared much for him. Muss man noch genau rausfinden. And the only one. The owner of the few businesses that remained have either passed away or left Serena. The locals didn't care much. Repair shops, no one leaves this town, not even to go to Wade Creek. Clothes? They make to do with what they already have. As for food, I have everything here. There are also a couple of farms in case anyone craves meat or eggs. I would take a look around the store. Perfect. Okay. On the counter are several ways from an old scale. You pick up the smallest one without Paul Collins noticing. Wait. That's 11 extra pounds for your pockets. 11. Okay.
We better get her downstairs. We have to go downstairs now, Barbara. She's right.
If you think the store is cramped, you should see the warehouse. There's no sign forbidding access to non-employees, but you don't need one to let you know you can go in there, right? Excuse me, how may I help you? I will take a look around the store. So. Vielleicht, dass ich sage, hier, ich habe das gefunden. You already took one, okay.
This place is ridiculous. Look at this. There's a million weak spots up here.
Tja. Ah, Bill Eastman. Someone's broken in. I know where the son of a bitch is coming from. Oui? Who are you? Geh mir einfach rein. I'm sorry to burst in on you like this, but I heard some yelling and I thought My name is Alan Goldberg. Robert Saxon told me you live near Serena. Who the hell is Robert Saxon, Bill? Oh, wie sieht denn die aus? Robert Saxon, yes? A great friend, long time no see. Kick him out, Bill. Get the fucking bastard out of my house. Was ist mit der los, ey? I don't know what brought you here, Goldberg, but I can help you right now. Florence, my wife. She's not. We fled Serena because it wasn't safe. That town must go up in flames. It must be purified. Uh-huh. Dementia. Oh. She's too young to have it. Ich wollte kurz sagen, die hat das mit dem Feuer gemacht. I've managed to put together a routine to keep her calm. Classical hour program on WK 107. For example, she listens to it every evening and it helps her relax. Okay. However, it's running late today because there's a special broadcast about the missing girl in Serena. She's dead. They're all dead. Yeah. If her routine is altered, she gets nervous and her heart starts racing. She can get... what? Tachycardia? Tachycardia. Genau. Might be heavy und so weiter. Of course I understand, yeah. Robert's friends are my friends too. You're welcome at my home. Yeah. Let's try the breathing exercise. Sis, shall we? No. Where's my music? Where? Achso, wir sind wieder mitten dabei. Okay, Florence, Bill, radio, photo, door, insecticide, bookshelves, exit. Oh. Bill always had a preference for Frederick Forsyth or John Le Carré political thrillers, while Florence devoured everything Stephen King put out. You think that Frederick Forsyth's writing is considered as trash, and you agree with the critics that say that Stephen King is to literature what McDonald is to gastronomy. One of the downsides of human areas like the outskirts of Wade Creek is the roaming hordes of mosquitoes, ready to feed mercilessly on any human they come across. The Eastmans are more than used to this fact, which is why they always have insecticide at hand. Und wir können es einstecken. Okay. On the label you can read the product is not harmful to humans, but it may cause eye irritation and make the air unbreathable if used in poorly ventilated rooms. Ja. Okay. Door. The door leads to the Eastman's bedroom. Also. Na, da müssen wir auch mal reingucken. Bill and Florence's photo was taken in the mid-70s. They were both in perfect health and ready to take on the world. WK107, located in Wade Creek, is broadcasting a news special about Sarah Jordan's disappearance. Classical Hour, the program that made it possible for Florence Eastman to relax without any medication, normally airs at this time. Ja, und was hoffentlich auch das nächste Mal airt, ist Broadcasting Podcast von diesem Jahr fürs nächste über Spiele und Co. Ja. So. In a telephone call, a guy is theorizing that the disappearance of the Jordan girl is connected to that of Mary Elizabeth Hellman in 1975. Das, denke ich, wird auch von der Story so sein, dass sie verbunden sind. He also has the theory that Serena's entire history of misfortune is due to the fact that one of the witches in the Salem trias was originally from Serena. You memorize the phone number. The host cuts her caller off and says, just a reminder that you can call us at 555 oh man. At 555-3231 if you have any information about the disappearance of Sarah Jordan. You notice in her voice that she's wishing the person on the air would just get his call over with. Ja. Aus diesem Jahr ins nächste rein. Ja, ich würde dann höchstens mal anfangen, mäßig fürs nächste Mal so Ausblicke zu machen, so von Titeln oder Themen. Weil es ist ja schon mal ganz gut, so ein bisschen so einen gedanklichen Plan zu haben. Die Ausführung ist dann immer natürlich noch zeitlich immer ein bisschen anders. Aber wie ich immer gern sage, one game at a time. Und wenn dann, wie gesagt, eins abgeschlossen ist oder so eine Serie wie jetzt gerade mit den Point-and-Click Horror-Pixel-Games, dann wie gesagt nochmal Sonderstreams. Denn das passt eigentlich ganz gut, ne? Also ich hätte es ja immer mal so gemacht, nach einem Spiel und dann das oder nach so einer Serie, wenn die so in einem ähnlichen Bereich sind, das danach dann zu machen. Das ist eigentlich ganz gut soweit. Du weißt ja, welches ich bei dir scharf bin, dass es endlich an die Reihe kommt. Ja, ja, es kommt dann, wenn du es nicht erwartest. Naja. Das wird dann wieder Höchstleistung abverlangen, weil, wie gesagt, das waren die meisten Stimmen, die ich gesprochen hatte, ja. Bei dem anderen waren es jetzt auch schon viele Charaktere. Aber soweit ich mich entsinne, war bei dem, ich glaube, es gab kein anderes, was mehr hatte. Auch nicht genauso viel, sondern es waren immer weniger. Naja. Und dann gibt es natürlich gute Getränke. Was haben wir hier noch? Records? Bill and Florence Eastman Record Collection sums up what the rock was all about in the 1970s. Unfortunately, there is no classical music to help Florence calm down. You take a look at the Eastman's record collection, Mad Dogs and Englishmen by Joe Cocker. Morrison Hotel by the Doors. Was war das? Florence had a daughter married attend her senior year of high school at Wade Creek Sheridan. That decision meant that her daughter did not perish in the flames at Serena's Clark Morgan High School like all her former classmates. Das heißt, die lebt noch? Kann man die bestimmt sprechen. Also nie, na, das würde ich jetzt nicht sagen, aber noch nicht bald. Ich warte nach jedem Spiel aufs Neue darauf. Nee, also in der Serie, in die Spiele, die noch kommen, ist es jetzt noch nicht dabei. Mhm. Ich glaube, das nächste ist auch nicht mit so viel jetzt zum Vorlesen. Ja, ich habe jetzt schon ganz schön viel gelesen, ja, also. Mhm. Aber bei solchen Sachen muss ich schon mitlesen, weil da fehlt einfach sonst zu viel Story. Hm. Ja, nächstes Jahr müssen richtig viele gute Horror-Games rauskommen. Also die sich um dieses Thema drehen. So, was ist denn jetzt hier noch? What? Bill Eastman tries to calm down his wife. Sometimes these audit states... Was? Audit states have landed Florence in the emergency room. Bill doesn't want to go through that again. Okay. Florence Eastman's dementia has been getting worse these past few months. Sometimes she screams and curses the town she has barely thought about for the past 50 years. 15 years. Die ist bestimmt durch das Zeug sozusagen verhext. The replacement of the classic hour with a special program about the disappearance of Sarah Jordan has altered Florence's routine. No one invited you in there. Ja, ich glaube, ich brauchte nur das Spray. So. Also, das ist meine Idee jetzt hier. Und dann müssen wir auch gleich schon wieder zum Ende kommen. Ach, es ist so traurig. By illuminating the wall, you realize that there was a small cabinet hidden by the darkness. Small cabinet. Ach, hier. You stare at the small cabinet as if you could open it with your mind. Vielleicht klappt's ja. Closed. You examine the small lock. It has the shape of a cross. Ah. Inside you see a key with a label. Key. Another key. No, it can't be. Was lacht denn der so? The key was lying on a small film reel. Is that the film you were looking for? There's only one way to find out. You place the film in the feed shaft and with a satisfied smile you flip the switch on the drive motor. Jetzt bin ich ja gespannt. Jetzt kommen bestimmt irgendwelche Monster. The disease is spreading faster than I thought. I barely have any strength left. Ach, das ist der, ja. I'm running out of time. Although coming to Serena to conclude the ritual was the best idea I've ever had. Was für ein Ritual mit dem Buch. Was hast du nur gemacht? The city's history has been written in blood since its foundation. Ach, Scheiße. There's no corner in town where there hasn't been a tragedy. This house, for example, it's perfect for my intentions. I can still smell the misery. Nesmarsh got up early that day. He butchered his 3 daughters and his wife before the clock struck 8. What the hell? Seine ganze Familie ausgelöscht. Still soaked in their blood, he had a breakfast like any other day, and no one in town ever knew what had happened. That's cold. They only discovered the bodies after Marsh died. So lange? Hat er nicht noch 20 Jahre gelebt? People of Serena didn't give it any importance. There can be no other place in the world more suitable for my job. Das ist der Keller hier. Everything is ready. I think I have spent enough time on the invocations. But I'm concerned about the final offerings. I can't afford to go little by little. Na, die volle Dröhnung sich gegönnt. I need to do something big, more than what is strictly required. Tja, und das hat dich wahrscheinlich das Leben gekostet. This will ensure that the pact is carried out with all the guarantees. I can wait to feel their fears. to shape them to become... Whoa! Uh-oh. What? Kerzenschein Dinner? Oh Gott, es kommt irgendeine Kreatur, oder? Hey, you in the house. What? Get out of there, damn it. You look around the room, hoping to see some trace of the phenomenon you have just witnessed. So dieselbe Figur von vorhin. Oder das Wesen. Are you deaf? I'm not going to repeat it anymore. Get the fuck out of here. What? Und das war jetzt wer? Hey, you. Huh? There? What the hell were you doing in there? Investigating? Investigating? Damn it, investigating what? That house is doomed, it always was. And even more so because of that film director. Wir müssen nicht, die Nacht ist noch jung. Take it easy, pal. And put that iron rod down. Easy. I live right next door with my family. I don't want old Marsh to come and kill my family like he did with his own because of you. Because of me? For God's sake, will you stop threatening me with the thing? Are you giving me orders? Fuck it. Oh! That would teach you not to stick your nose where it doesn't belong. And don't come back here. Oh! Want to see what I shot, Alan? Was? Wie können wir das jetzt sehen? They are right. It's the scariest movie ever. Oh. Every film needs an audience. And this one even more so. Look for it, Alan. Alan? Oh my god, are you... My head. I feel as if some fucker hit you with this iron rod, right? Tell me who did this. The guy who said he lived next door. Oh, Halloran, the damn hick. Do you want to report him, Alan? No, it's not necessary. Did I hear you say yes? Maybe this kind of thing is the norm in Los Angeles, but not here. At least not with me as chief of police. I go give the son of a bitch what he deserves right now. Let it be, Rick. What? Do you want an assault on a law enforcement officer to go unpunished? Because that's what you are, my friend. Take this. Iron rod. Don't let anyone assault you again. Although I don't want you to go around cracking heads either. I'll pay O'Halloran a visit. I don't know if Chief Lloyd tolerated these things, but I don't. Be careful, Alan. By the way, how's your quest for the film going? Keller used to live in this house. I went to take a look. And what did you find? No signs of it. Maybe it's somewhere else. Or someone in town has it. I hope so, Rick. I hope so. House. Okay. Hier, das haben wir noch. Was ist das? The key is attached to a label on which the words Mr. Keller's Crypt are written. Oh, okay. Noch was? It is barely an inch thick, but it is quite solid and resistant. Also, das ist ja das. Nee. Gut. So. Alles klar. Sehr schön. Gut, Gamer Freunde Lazies, das soll es jetzt gewesen sein mit einer weiteren Runde. Mann, das wird richtig gut. Also, es nimmt schön zu. Stück für Stück. Und dann schauen wir mal. Insektenspray. Oder irgendwas mit Feuer. Naja, wir werden schon nichts abfackeln. Mit Nightmare Frames. Vielleicht werden wir den anderen noch treffen. Aber diese Kreatur, das war doch bestimmt der Keller, oder? Oder vielleicht das, was er gerufen hat. Könnte sein. Na dann, gute Nacht und schlaft. Ja, das werden wir auf jeden Fall. Das wünsche ich dir auch. Und danke fürs dabei sein. Ebenfalls, Sediger Diener, Dankeschön fürs dabei sein mit den tollen Figuren. Sehr schön. Und ja, gucken wir mal, ob wir die nächsten paar Tage noch vom Gong des Wechsels noch einen kleinen, feinen, entspannt gemütlichen Podcast bringen. Und dann noch mal ein bisschen paar Themen durchgehen und querfeldein noch mal ein bisschen was bereden. Genau, ne? Ganz genussvoll entspannt. Ja, genau. Das ist die Idee. Jupp, da fährt das gut. Genau. Okay. Ja, also sind wir wieder richtig gut rumgekommen in Nightmare Frames. Und ja, ich finde es ganz cool, dass wir nochmal andere Bereiche haben. Vor allen Dingen auch, was die, ja, ja, diese unheimlichen Teile betreffen. Ja, wäre natürlich gut, wenn wir die Person dann nochmal finden, vor allen Dingen mit der Krypta. Da kommt vielleicht auch nochmal so eine Erscheinung mit Geistern und wie die zwei Mädels zusammenhängen. Die eine, entweder die ist nicht mehr da oder wir treffen die nochmal als ganz alte Frau. Vielleicht ist es ja so gemacht, dass wir eine Person schon mal gesehen haben. Wir haben zwar ein paar alte Leute schon gehabt, könnte vielleicht sein, dass die wahre Identität die eine Person ist und die andere jüngere müsste ja auch noch irgendwo sein. Mal schauen, welche Variante zutrifft. Gibt ja nur ein paar. Na gut. Ja, alles klar. Das war's jetzt. Vielen Dank fürs Dabeisein, fürs Reinschauen oder Nachschauen dann später auf der Tube. Ich denke, dann morgen könnt ihr das dann auch nochmal sehen. Ja, klickt euch da gerne mal durch in der Playlist und ja, kommt gut durch. Schönen Start. Morgen gibt es nochmal ein paar Sachen zu organisieren oder den Tag später. Und ja, dann sollte alles für den Jahreswechsel da sein, dass der schön genussvoll wird. Okay, bis zum nächsten Mal aus der Gaming Lounge, wie immer live, mit mir, eurem Gastgeber Twitcher. Bis dahin, macht's gut. Dankeschön. Und